Right.
Let's pick it up.
Okay.
When did you add this, by the way?
This guitar?
Yeah.
I had many guitars in my lifetime.
Okay.
This is
Now-
probably the 5th or 7th guitar.
Okay. So, what are you going to sing for us?
I can sing anything, but I'm just going to sing one song. This song was recorded by Yves Montand.
Oh,
you
yes.
remember Yves Montand?
Very well.
In
yes.
1949, he recorded that song called The Autumn Leaves in French.
Oh.
But the song was recorded in many different languages. I recorded it in English and French. So that's the way I'll sing it for you. Okay?
Please, please.
Oh, je voudrais tant que tu te souviennes des jours heureux où nous étions amis. En ce temps-là, la vie était plus belle et le soleil plus brûlant qu'aujourd'hui. Les feuilles mortes se ramassent à la pelle. Moi, je n'ai pas oublié. Les feuilles mortes se ramassent à la pelle. Les souvenirs et les regrets aussi. Et le vent du nord les emporte dans la nuit froide de l'oubli. Tu vois, je n'ai pas oublié la chanson que tu me chantais. The falling leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear all winter songs. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, c'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais, nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear all winter songs. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall.
Bravo. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. That was just beautiful. Now, you can do a whole evening all by yourself.
Yes.
And I can see the audiences, you know, really appreciating it and enjoying it. But if you were to form a whole, you know, variety show, who would complement you now? You bring on a female singer?
Well, I think I will bring, first of all, an orchestra, and then some female dancers with feathers, like a review.
Really?
Yeah.
Those shows are like strictly Las Vegas, but they're popular
I
here
used to
too.
do some of them. I work in Montreal at the Queen Elizabeth with my ex-partner, and we had a review.
Yes.
And with the darling girls from England with feathers, and they danced behind us while we were singing.
Unbelievable.
That's okay.
Ronnie, going back to reviewing, you're leaving here to dash up to Boynton Beach or Palm Beach for a change. You do 2 reviews in a day.
Sometimes 3. Yeah.
Sometimes 3.
And then
one in the afternoon, one in the evening, one in the late evening. I mean, it's become unbelievable. It's strictly word of mouth.
I know, it's strictly word of mouth, exactly. That's why I can't believe it myself. I mean, I'm so busy running around and reading and reviewing other people's stories, other people's memoirs, other people's lives. I'm so absorbed in that if I stopped and I thought about my own life, I would say, oh my God, what have I been doing for 10 years? I don't believe it myself. I never dreamed that I would have this kind of a career. I was interested in belly dancing and music and art and singing and performing and antiques. And where did this come from? Going back to college is what made the difference. This is what changed my life. I went to FIU down on Tamiami Trail and I was working, doing these little book reviews here and there. And for 4 years, I majored in international relations at FIU and got a degree. And by that time, my dream of going to law school and becoming an immigration lawyer was finished, because I was making a living doing so many book reviews that I was exhausted from school. I love talking to people, to audiences, and
What about
I love
writing?
it. Well, I'm writing a book.
I think Danielle's
writing a
life is
book.
fascinating.
Absolutely. I'm writing a memoir, but maybe someday.
Your life, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that really, I was like, who has time to write? You're so busy
Right, and his life
reading
is
and
so,
talking.
right.
In between all this, you read all the latest books as well. Do
Exactly.
you sleep? I don't know.
No, I don't. Because when I'm not reading, I'm on the computer or I'm in my car driving to a job. I live in my car. And
Yeah, I know that.
This is the first time my husband has sung. My husband has sung a song in my presence. In how long has it been? Everyone
years.
thinks we're at home singing to each other and playing the piano. He's a beautiful. He plays piano beautifully, but we never. We're here together because you invited us. Normally, he's in Hallandale while I'm in Delray, and I'm in Boca while he's in Deerfield. We're never together.
Isn't it?
So we
Typical.
thank you for inviting us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My audience is saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's bring up a website, Danielle.
Yes.
It's good for both of you, this website. If somebody's interested
Well,
in having you come to do the book reviews,
Yes.
not that you have time,
Yes.
or to book you as an entertainer, or as entertainers who want to be represented by you, www.daniel,
DanielDelmont.com.
D-A-N-I-E-L. I'll tell my audience as if you're saying Daniel, but it's Danielle en français.
Delmont.
Delmont, D-E-L-M-O-N-T
.com.
DanielDelmont.com. Simple
Exactly.
enough,
Right.
simple enough. Okay, because a wonderful way to stay in touch, isn't it? Without having to answer the phone on and on and
beautiful.
on and on. Gives you time to actually work and perform. You don't have an office except in your home, is that correct?
I have my office in my home.
In your home,
We have a big house, so I have my own office. Ronelle's got an office too. We have 2 offices.
And all right, what's the most popular now? What is the biggest request when they book? Most of it is condominiums, isn't it?
Well, I book condominiums, I book organizations, country clubs, retirement homes. I do a little bit of everything.
What about corporate? A lot of corporate functions now.
Eventually, that's what I want to do.
Yes, I don't blame you. I think that
Because
that's a
that's
growing
where-
industry.
That's where they also pay the most money, corporate
Yes.
events. I know that.
And what do they request mostly today?
Well, it could be a comedian, it could be a singer, it could be anybody, musicians, a band. I book also bands, musicians.
Talking
concert
to
artists.
friends who are entertainers
Yes.
and seniors
Right.
say that it's tough. They want young, young, young. Do they?
This is true.
This is true.
I book a lot of young people.
And so they have to stay young in order to work a lot.
Yeah, when
or
everybody asks
put it
me-
away.
When people ask me, how old are you? I say 39.
Wow. Okay. What brought you to Florida, by the way? I didn't hear that.
The weather.
Just
Well, I've been coming to Florida since 1967, every 2 years.
to work?
Ari
To work.
Kaduri.
Yes, and I enjoy Florida very much. I always wanted to move here. And in 1987, I said to my wife, that's it, we're moving to Florida. We sold the apartment in New York and we moved to Florida.
That's our good
In
fortune
the beginning, it's rough.
to have you.
She didn't like it too much in the beginning. To get used to it, it's very rough.
Well, New York, I
Not
know.
not for me because I was used to it, but for her it was rough.
So why people start as snowbirds. I know that I did, back and forth, because you don't want to give up New York.
Right.
And then one day you do it, because we live in paradise, and why
That's
not?
right.
You go home to Paris? Do you go home to France?
No. Since my father died, 1989, I used to go every year. But since then I went back 3-4 times, that's all.
Okay.
Because most of my family is gone now. A few cousins left, that's it.
And those of us who have been to Auschwitz, know that we all have family there. All have
sure.
family. But this woman stayed in your life, that saved your life?
Well, she died many, many years ago.
She did.
Yeah, she was old at the time when she sold.
Is that
yeah,
right?
Yes.
Well, we all have a patron saint, as they say, or somebody to look out after us, and that was your angel,
That's right.
what she was. So, Ronelle and Danielle, the Delmonts. I love it, and I loved having you here. Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you. This
Thank
was
you
so
for
much
having us.
fun.
You're welcome.
I really enjoy it. I hate to leave you. Is there anything that we should talk about that's coming up that we should know? Something you want to talk about?
Oh,
Not really. We're just
More of the
working
same,
and
or-
working and working and working. That's it. Booking
we
and
just work.
running.
we just work.
That's all we do. Just
Running,
working.
running and working.
Yes.
Nothing coming up. I can't think
I
of
cannot
anything.
think of anything coming up. No.
Okay, what book should we read? What's
Well, the latest books that I'm reviewing now are 1,000 White Women by Jim Fergus, wonderful novel, and The Glass Castle by
Glass
Jeanette.
Castle?
Right, The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. She's an MSNBC correspondent who wrote a memoir that's unbelievable. It rivals Frank McCourt's Angela's Ashes.
That was a nice plug.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're
My
welcome.
pleasure.
Thank you. A little bit different, wasn't it today? Most enjoyable. Again, so you never know. Next week, for the Actors Equity.